All right, welcome to part 2. In this video, we're going to start talking about, okay, real quick here, let me back up to this awesome page that I had made here. Hopefully you went through and you put it in a spreadsheet the way I told you to, and you found at 250 targets for your market. So if it's music, if it's different authors, whoever it is, just make sure you had it. Make sure that you found their Facebook page, their Twitter page, their homepage, that you got how many followers they have in Twitter, how many fans they have, all that different kind of stuff. Just make sure it's in there. Any authors in your niche, any major magazine pages, any associations, like whatever your marketplace is. And so now what we're going to do, so that was how to build the pond. So that's your infrastructure. That's who you're going for. Now what we want to do is I plug in my computer so the screen doesn't go off. What we want to do is we want to start marketing to them. So we want to stock the pond. So we want to go through and find out who is going to be the most receptive to this. Now there's a lot of different ways to do this, and I'm going to show you the way that I like to do it. There's a few people. Actually, it's funny, his picture's right here. This is Don Wilson. He's an excellent Facebook marketer. I buy all his stuff. It's awesome. I totally recommend you do the same. But I'm going to show you how to, there's a couple of different ways that we can run these ads, and I'll just create one for you really quick. So let's go into the home page here. Let's go to, where the heck are my ads? Oh, that's right. I don't use this account. I used to use this account all the time. Okay. Here we go. So we're going to do page likes, and we're going to do, I'll just stick it to Audience Hacker. No big deal. Now what you want to do is make sure that you have a 600 by 225 pixel ad image right here. The one that it pulled up is just off. What I'll do, because I have a whole bunch in here, I'm just going to grab one from the image library. Here we go. This is the worst possible, and you can do up to 6. I like to put some sort of, it's funny, all these overly muscled men, because I have a page that targets predominantly women who like paranormal fiction, so that's why. But anyway, that's what these things are, and they all fit pretty well for the most part. So what you want to do here is you can see this thing in the, this is what it's going to look like in the desktop newsfeed. Mobile newsfeed, awesome. Right column, I typically recommend removing that one. But what you'll do here is, it depends on your target. So let's say we're targeting Metallica. And so in this particular instance, you'd want to have an image that says, that looks kind of metal or something like that. So like, let's see if I spelled that correctly. 2 L's, good times. All right, then Like Us. Boom, like Metallica, then Like Us. Let's see what we've got here. Landing page, don't worry about that right now. United States, totally cool. This is a good idea. You want to break this stuff up to target men in this particular one, whoever your audience is. Let's say your audience, if you want them coming out to shows, you're playing all ages. All ages typically means 18. And what I like to do is break this into just chunks. So like, you don't want to get too many. You want to get English. Here we go. Interest. This is where I want to get into. Metallica. So 50 million people worldwide. Potential reach 800,000 people. So you can see this over here. So I chose males in America, 18 to 20, 800,000 people. That's a lot of folks. So there's 260. So what you're going to end up doing is probably going year by year by year through this kind of stuff. So let's see. Only people not connected to who you're trying to build. Don't worry too much about this stuff right now. And we'd be like, my band, Metallica. And then we do USA, men, 1818. And you can run it at $5 a day, whatever your bidding is. If you're going to do this right here, where it says pricing, your bid will be optimized to get more page likes. If you're just starting out, I recommend doing that. But run this at maybe $5 a day for a couple of days. Since we're like, it's almost 4 o'clock at least right now, what I'm going to do is have this start tomorrow at 12. Let's go. 320. Come on now, work with me. 12. There we go. 1 a.m. There we go. And it can run for 30 days or whatever it is. Or if you just want to test it out, and you can run it for, I would recommend a couple of days. So we're getting close to the weekends are typically tough. And so maybe run it from, maybe for 6 days or something. So you'll spend $30 or something like that running it for 6 days. Now, here's what you're going to discover. Facebook is automatically going to kind of test your images and is going to select the one that's getting the highest engagement and highest click-through rate, because that's what they're all about. Facebook is all about people engaging on their platform kind of thing. So what you want to do is try to get the cheapest like you possibly can, and it's going to tell you that. So you're going to be able to see how many or how much you're spending per like, and then you can eliminate and pause these things. Now, I'm not actually going to run this because it would be ridiculous. I don't want to market to Metallica because that's not my audience. But then you do is place order. That's literally all it is. And you're going to want to create a brand new ad. So don't, they'll ask you, hey, do you want to put more in this? No. You want to create a brand new ad that targets 19-year-old men, and then 20-year-old men, and then 21-year-old men, because there's a lot of people, and you want to be optimized to get more page likes in this particular instance, because you don't want to target, one thing that you don't want to do is go say Metallica, Slipknot, and put all of those people into this one thing. And the reason you don't want to do that is just, because Facebook's being amateur. You end up, it is not targeted. And you want to be as laser targeted as humanly possible. And so if you're doing something like, let's say, you do romance novels. Danielle Steele, I think, is that right? Danielle Steele novels. So there's 52. Obviously, you're not going to have a whole lot of people here that are men. So we would fewer than 1,000 people. You can start branching this stuff up. It's probably going to see 45-year-old women. Come on. Catch it there. There we go. Yeah, so 3,200 people. That's pretty cool. And so you don't need huge audiences. I would try to say, best case scenario, you're going to get this at 10,000 people, and you can really blow them up. And you can experiment with your bidding strategies. I'll show you what it is. Bid for page likes, bid for clicks, bid for impressions, that kind of thing. And so if you want to bid for clicks, you totally can. If you want to bid for impressions, more than likely you're not going to bid for clicks on your ad. Bid for likes, good idea. Bid for impressions, meaning how many times your ad's going to be shown. If you're getting cheap clicks, try an impression ad. And here's what's really cool. As you do this, you're going to find hot zones. You're going to find, in this particular sense, and I don't know because I've never run ads to Metallica's fan base, but you're going to find that there's a sweet spot that maybe the 18-year-olds are not quite that into it. Maybe it's 24-year-olds. But the more ads you run to these really tight demographics, the better it's going to be. And what's really cool is after about 7 days, you have the option to pull a report, and they'll show you. Facebook's going to say, hey, listen, you've got 60% of your ad clicks came from California. And so what you can do is go back in here and retool this even more to be like, hey, we're going to do California. Bam. Which probably is not going to happen. Oh, I'm still on Danielle Steele for women. That's funny. Yeah, so you can do United States, California. But right now I just recommend do country by country. And so if it's important for you to have the English-speaking market, you want, U.S., Canada, United Kingdom, Australia, that kind of thing. So this is really all you need to do. Just make sure your graphics are 600 by 225. Don't use trademarked images. Don't go to Google Images and try to pull something up. I'll show you a good site that I like. Is Fotolia, Fotolia.com. I have an account here, and it's just a couple of bucks a month, and I can get royalty-free images from this. So make sure that you're doing something like this. You can go to stock photography sites all the time. Totally cool, no problem. But this just happens to be the one that I like. I mean, hey, who doesn't want a smoking chili pepper on a fork? That's good stuff. So that's how you do it. That's how you advertise on Facebook. It is actually extremely freaking simple. It is so easy. It's almost borderline ridiculous. And you want to do this. You want to optimize it. You want to, anything. My goal usually is to get likes for around 5 cents each. And if I can get them cheaper, that's awesome. There's lots of people out there going, I get 1 cent clicks. Or, I get 1 cent likes. And that's fine. That's awesome. Absolutely do that. But you want to build your fan base like this. And you want to do it over time. So if you're trying to save money let this stuff, it'll cook for a while. And especially if you have a larger audience, like if you have 250,000, you're getting likes for, 2 to 3 cents each, there's no reason to turn it off. Just let it go. Facebook's going to keep running that stuff. Check it every day. Make sure it's, it's not costing you 36 cents a like, that kind of stuff. But this is how it works in every single market. And so if it's your band and you're like Metallica and you think their fans are going to like you, this is the way you build it up. That's absolutely it. And so in the next video, what I'm going to do, and you do that for every band. So like, you'll start with Metallica, you'll have like the Metallica thing, and then Metallica 18-year-olds, 19-year-olds, and then if you want women, you target women, age by age by age by age. So you have these tight grouped people, and you'll find the sweet spots. If the ad's not performing, just pause it. That's it. Don't get all verklempt about it. Don't worry about it. Just pause it. And then you run, here's the Metallica brigade, here is the Slipknot brigade, or here's the whatever. If you're selling coffee, then find people that sell coffee and run ads to their fans and things like that. But that's how it works. And once you've built up about 10,000 fans, the Brian Moran program, get 10,000 fans is a great program. But that's kind of the sweet spot number. It's like that. At that point, it's sort of a social proof kind of thing, because people are like, oh, you can just buy fans. Don't buy fans on Fiverr. Do it this way. It will be more expensive. It will take longer, but you'll have real people. That's the big thing, is you want real people. And you can run this stuff literally at $5 a day. So it's super, super cheap. After, I have this thing set to go live tomorrow morning at 12:01 a.m. I will know by the time I'm done eating breakfast if this ad's going to be performing or not. And if it's not, pause it. Don't spend the money. It's really, really, really simple to do this. You just have to pay attention, make sure, keep an eye on your budget, make sure that your targeting is correct, and keep this stuff focused. All right? See you in the next video. Oh, by the way, make sure you go to audiencehacker.com/free. And make sure you're subscribed to the newsletter, because when I release the next piece of this, you're not going to want to miss it, because I'm going to show you how to engage your fans so that you can then get them onto your email list and other such things. Cool? See you in the next video.